Welcome to Victorian RV Sales. My name's Ben. Today I'm going to take you for a walk around the Design RV CRX 18'8" front door, but it's a family van. So I just want to show you the versatility of this van. Single axle, extremely lightweight, but very, very mobile, and be able to take it into off-road capable spots. So let's start off at the front. We have got a DO35 coupling. Now the DO35 coupling is the new normal, or the new standard across the industry these days. The DO35 allows it to do a 365-degree movement and still be able to maneuver in through creek crossings and whatnot. So that DO35 coupling is designed to be able to make this van that little bit more off-road as you are driving through creek crossings and gullies and coming out of some extreme conditions. We have got a standard 12-pin plug. Now with these 12-pin plugs, so we do have them, we'll talk more about the fridge inside, but there is a sensing wire in here for the fridge. The 7 pins are standard for any car. They are set up all the same. The bottom pins are what are going to be different. Now this will have a sensing wire in pin number, I think it's number 8 and number 12. So yeah, we'll go through that more and as we get in and go through the fridge. We have got, with this van also, we have got a Gray Anderson plug. Now the Gray Anderson plug is designed to charge your battery while you are traveling. So when you are buying this van and connecting or buying to come and collect it, we would say make sure you have got a 50 amp Gray Anderson plug to be able to charge back through from your battery from your car. And then we have got the Safety Dave rear view monitor. Now most people call them reverse cameras. They're not a reverse camera because you're not putting in reverse to be able to see behind you. They are on all the time. So when you are traveling down the road, they are a constant. You can actually have sound as well. You have got something that's 3 meters high behind your vehicle, so it does obstruct your rear view mirror. So this is what you would use to be able to see what's going on behind your car. We have got 2 9-kilo gas bottles with our standard dual gas regulator. Now that regulator will allow it to adjust from bottle to bottle. We have got, like I said, the 2 9-kilo gas bottles. We have got, with the CRX, they do come standard with an extended A-frame, so it's 450 mil longer. And we have got a nice, big, deep toolbox there with 2 jerry can holders on the side as well. So you can have your diesel or your water when you are traveling. You can still have that storage there, so it has got them on the side built on. Going down the, as we call the road side of the van, we will start off here. We have got, so that the bed inside is an east-west bed. So let me just open this up. So we have got storage underneath the bed. So this is your standard tunnel boot. Behind that, we have got more storage, which is under the east-west bed. So underneath your bed inside, we have got storage, heaps and heaps of storage here for, they've got their TVs, they've got the reverse camera or the rear view monitor is in there. So everything is, there's heaps of space in underneath the bed. We have got our 240 volt power inlet. So this is for when you are pulling up at the campsite and you want to have 240 volt running through, you have to plug in a 15 amp. So not a 10 amp, a 15 amp, the larger blade. You'll see that in here, that 15 amp power. That is how you get 240 volt into your van. Now beside that, you will see there is your safety switch. So what I recommend with people when we do our handovers and we discuss that with people, we test that every time we put 240 volt into the van. Test it. All you have to do is press that test button when you've got 240 volt plugged in. If that trips, it's working. So that is a safety part of the van. So we do have a safety switch. We have got the 28 litre gas electric hot water service, and we here have got 2 95 litre water tanks. So we've got the water fillers there. With this van, we do have a 110, so 110 amp battery. And beside that, which if I can just get the camera to have a look, we can see here there is a portable. So that is for portable solar. So if we wanted to have a portable solar panel on this van, we basically plug that straight in through there. That then will feed back into the battery along with what we're getting up on the roof. So we have a 2.7 ton Alpha suspension underneath this van as well. So as you can see, it's going to be able to go through that corrugated roads, go through all of your different types of conditions that you'd be wanting to go through. We do have 245, 75, 16 all-terrain tires on there as well, so that will give it that little bit more clearance, a little bit more stance on the road. We have got the vent for behind your fridge, so that is to know, so that was where the gas or the heat is going to be coming out of, so that flumes behind the fridge. And the one thing you'll notice with these is to make it a bit more efficient, just up on the roof there is where they vent your fridge. So they're venting the fridge from the roof rather than from the side of the van. To the dirty part of the van, so that is where, that's a toilet cassette. So we basically clean the toilet cassette out there. It is locked at the moment, so we'll go through that later. We have got a 95 litre grey water tank underneath here as well. So we basically turn that switch on, which will then allow the water out of that. So that is on at the moment, so there's no water in there. Stabiliser legs, so they just drop down, then we adjust our stabiliser legs up and down. To the back, like I said, Safety Dave rear view monitor. So very, very handy thing to have when you are travelling down the road. You want to be able to make sure that you can see what is behind you, so another good safety feature. To the door side of the van, a couple of things down this side. So we have got our Carefree awning that is on the side of the van. We do have a couple, so we've got an awning light that is in here. We have got some 12 volt sockets. So we've got a SIG socket, cigarette lighter socket, and we have got standard USB sockets as well. 10 amp 240 volt power outlet. So other than the other side, or different to the other side, that was a 15 amp, this is 10 amp. So if you were wanting to run something off your van when you are connected, so you've got something for the kids, or you want to pump up a ball or something and you've got a little electric pump, you can plug it into here and pump those things up. We have got a drop down table, and we have got bunk windows, and we've got a single set. This here also does come through from the other side. So that tunnel boot, like I said before, goes all the way through. So let's go inside, have a look at the configuration. And go through more how the van looks. So up here we have got our battery management system. So what we're using is a BM Pro system in this van. So what you'll find here, there's a couple of different things about this. We've got the little button at the top. So that little button is what turns everything on and off. So that is the switch that turns your battery on. What we have got below that is a home button, which is basically just to light it up. And we have got a little switch here that says pump on. Now we can hear that pump running currently at the moment, because what it will be doing is filling up the hot water service before the hot water service starts. So when we do that, it will fill the hot water service first. Once it's got water in that, then it will stop. So we can see there, that is filling up now, and that is about to turn off. There it goes. So that's just now shut off. So what it's done is it's filled that 28 litre hot water service before anything else. It's actually also pressurized its line, so you can now walk up and know, turn that on, it will do what it needs to do. With this van as well, they do come standard with a filtered water tap and a standard water tap. So that filtered water tap is filtered water. There is a filter underneath there, so it is nicer drinking water when you are away. Up above here also, what we have got is a couple of different things. So you can see there, all of your switches are actually now marked. So you can physically see that you've got your bunk lights, you've got feature lights, you've got awning, you've got your kitchen, your bedroom. So we can then say, right, turn everything off. Now, the feature light is the beautiful strip lighting that we've got just above the bulkheads here. So just on the overheads, how nice does that look? All right, so what I'll do now is I'm just going to quickly show you the versatility of the bed and how they've done this to make this all work. So you have got an 18'8" van that is single axle, that has 2 bunks, and it has a east-west bed, but a queen size bed. So we've got queen size bed at the front here. You've got nice storage area here. You've got plenty of room to be able to have the books or your storage of your mobile phones overnight. You've also got a little USB charger here, and we've got two 40 volt power point. We've got the same behind that as well, so both people in the bed have actually got spots to be able to charge phones or have something plugged in. We have got a cafe style lounge. Now the benefit of the cafe style lounge, now I can reduce that and drop that down a little bit as well, but the cafe style lounge is a nice little spot where we can actually have, so you can have 2 people in here. If we were to move those cushions out, you will be able to get an extra person in here. So they are for 4 people. The one thing I do like about the couch as well is the way that they do the couch and the cushions. It has got the nice bolsters, so it actually does give you some nice support in your when you are sitting down for longer periods as well. Big kitchen, so straight kitchen. So we've got the Thetford. Now we can order if you wanted to, we can go with a full oven. This van we have opted to have just the mini grill. So we've got mini grill, and we have got 3 gas burners and a standard 240 volt when we are connected to 240 volt. So that is a 240 volt element. Now, as I go up and down there is a little noise. You may not hear it. It is quite faint, but there is a safety mechanism on that as well. So if that is sitting like that, we won't be able to light those, the gas burners. It's designed to do that so people don't leave them down, turn them on, and then crack the glass on top of the actual unit as well. So another safety feature. Up over here we have got our stove switch. So the stove switch is for that 240 volt power when we turn your element on. Without that switch on, your 240 volt element will not work. In the top cupboards we've got plenty of storage. So as you can see, they've gone all the way through there with that, so they haven't put any shelves in. But if you wanted to do that, we can actually opt to have a shelf put in, or we can divide those off. Same over on this side. They've actually got the divider in there. So they've actually done that. And up here is that battery management system that we spoke about. So the battery plus 35. Now this is the thing that does all of your, makes all the power happen. All right, so we've got isolation switches. So we've got an isolation switch here for our air conditioner. We have got one for the hot water service, so the hot water service won't work unless that's on. And then we have got one for our fridge. The same with the fridge will not operate without that turned on. So if that's not on, your fridge won't operate. So on the opposite side of that, I'll quickly get the cameraman to come around and have a look. That there is what they call an Odyssey link. Now that Odyssey link will allow you to connect and pair to your phone so you can have the visibility of what's on that screen that we looked at before. You have that visibility on your phone, so you'll be able to see what is going on. You'll be able to turn your power on and off using that app. So we have got a 190 litre three-way fridge. Now, like I said before, this is a three-way fridge. So there's two different types of fridges. There's a compressor fridge, which people talk about, and a three-way fridge. So this is an absorption fridge. The idea of the fridge is to take the cold or hot air out and to allow cold air to accumulate. Now, these are a tropical rated fridge, so bigger heating element inside that, which allows it to cool quicker. Now, with the fridge, the questions that we get a lot of is it doesn't work on 12 volt at home. They won't. So the idea of the fridge is to get this cold using gas or 240 volt at home the night before or a couple of days before travel. Once it's cold, you then hook it to your car. That wire that we spoke about before, which is in the top or the bottom 5 pins, is designed to sense once it's connected to your vehicle. Once it's connected to your vehicle, that will be what that 12 volt operation is. Now, what that does is it maintains a temperature that you've got it set to. So as you're traveling down the road, you set this to high and maximum, so it's at max temperature, so it's going to be as cold as it can get. You travel for 6 hours, it will maintain that cold for that time until you get to your destination and connect back to either 240 or gas. So the idea of the 12 volt operation is to work on 12 volt using your car whilst traveling. So the idea for that, as you can imagine, is when you are traveling in the outback and using gas and 12 volt, that is why they are so good, and that's why a lot of people in an off-road space uses them. So they are a great little fridge. Dometic do a very, very good little fridge, and this is their latest and greatest. So one thing you'll see as well, when you are traveling, you can lock that in place, so that will not come out. We've locked the fridge. Same with the bottom one. We lock. Our fridge is now locked for travel, so nothing can push that door open whilst you are driving. So it's a really cool thing. We have got our NCE microwave. Now, what we are going to be doing, guys, also is we are going to go through some of these fridges, microwaves, the battery management system. We'll go through them in a little bit more detail elsewhere, so do keep an eye on the channel, because we will actually put things like that on there, handy hints, and help you be able to go away, watch these videos and go, okay, well, I know how that works. So we have got our they are a full 1.85 size 1.85 size single beds. So the bunks, they are quite long, so I'm 1.8 and I would fit in there comfortable. We've got heaps of storage down the back. Nice big deep drawer, so to have all the kids stuff in when you are traveling. Another big deep drawer and another one down the bottom. Now, the one thing I do want to touch on as well, and a lot of people talk about how do they build cupboards, how do they do these things, what do they do when they build them. Now, what you'll find there is, yes, you've got ply at the back and you've got ply at the base, but what you will find is you've actually got, that is a steel frame or steel side runners that go down the side that lock that all in place. Same with down the bottom and down the back. You've got it down the back as well. Now, you imagine driving down corrugated roads when you've got something that's just timber screwed to timber screwed to timber. What do you think's going to happen? It's going to move. Timber screws are going to pull out. It's going to do damage. This is designed to be able to take that off-road capability. So if we wanted to put that back in, all it does is sits down on the runner, runs back in, job done. In the shower here, so I don't like using the term you could swing a cat in here, but you could actually swing a cat. There's plenty of space in here. We've got our shower rows. Now, big thing with these, we tell people all the time, I'll say it again, grab these when you are doing any off-road, put them in a bag full of rags, tie that up, put it on the floor, and then it won't actually do any damage. But you can see there, one piece shower base, so there's no joins down the bottom, so nowhere water can actually get through. So it is sealed all the way around the top. One piece, heaps and heaps of space in here. Our toilet, so they use a Tetra toilet in here. Now that's a porcelain bowl, so that is porcelain, and it allows you to be able to maneuver that so you can actually use the space a little bit better. They have got a pump built in, so it uses the water that you have in the van. So press that, that turns your water on. And then here, we've got another light switch, so that just uses the light switch. So that just turns your lights on in the Ensuite. With these, so we've got a nice little Remy door or a concertina door. Gives you some more privacy. Slides back in. And then just clips back in nicely like so. So, as you can see, when you look at this van, the layout and what they've done, it is something that I find very, very versatile. It's great for families. You've got storage underneath the bunks. So, look, for any questions, to come in and see this van, give us a call here at Victorian RV Sales. The number is 8583 5386, and ask for the team here. Will be able to guide you through this particular van.